What's up, fellas? It's Mark Parson, Cornerback Pro. All right, so like I said, if you watch the past two videos, I'm showing you some clips of my work with guys. This is the first time I've ever done this in this way. And I was just talking to my boy, Billy McMullen. I was like, I sent him one of the videos. He was like, man, that was dope. I was like, yeah, it's crazy. I haven't done this before. So I think you guys like it. All right, so today, I remember, I was showing some of my press techniques by myself last week, or maybe the week before that. I talked about hands. So remember, it's eyes, feet, hands, right? So you gotta have great eye discipline in your press, man. You gotta have a plan with your feet. Something has to happen with your feet, and you need to know. Just don't react. Just don't, oh, I'm just getting up to the line, right? So that's why I provide the one-on-ones mastery program for the techniques, right? And then lastly, hands. So I haven't really gone over too much over hands, on the channel. So check this out. I'm gonna show you this clip of what I've done, what I'm doing to help my young fellas. But let me give you a quick story. So when I was with the Houston Texans, Coach Gibbs, who was a really good coach, he liked us to have our hands all the way up. Now, I talked about that. You've seen the last clip, the last video. I was talking to one of my young fellas, Ben, right? He had his hands too low. I said, have a comfortable in the middle, just in case the dude does a power release on you and comes right, or just bulldozes you. You got to be ready. You don't want to get punched in the face, right? So you got to have your hands up. What is it? Hands down, man down, right? That's a boxing term or a fighting term. All right. So he liked our hands all the way up, which is really uncomfortable and kind of makes you stiff, right? So, but he's the coach. I mean, you either do that or you get cut. That's the name of the game. So I had to figure out ways myself to where my striking could be good. And I got really good at striking. And, I started forming these ideas to what you guys now have is the one-on-one mastery program when I was in the league and then right when I got out. All right. So when you guys strike, you'll see, look at the last video I posted, but my young fella, and you'll see him. That's why I tell guys, start training as a boxer, right? Like boxer or Muay Thai. Because when you start training with guys who knows how to train, they'll tell you about like keeping your elbows in. And I don't know that I'm not a boxer, but I train a little bit. But you snap at the very end of it. Like literally your fist will almost be like that, right? But it's right here because if your elbows are out, it takes longer and it's not a good snap when you punch. So it takes longer and it's not a good snap. And then another thing is this. Hand placement, when you strike, it's supposed to be a firm strike, fellas. So you watch my last video. When I'm doing it, my thumbs are up, okay? And I didn't realize that until I was in Houston. I have my elbows in, my thumbs up. You cannot have, if your hand is like this and striking, I noticed and I learned by experience, so you don't have to. I used to jam my thumb. I used to mess up my thumb a lot like this. And my elbow is out. So it's a slower strike. It's a weaker strike, okay? When you're out like this, my elbow's out. When you go like this, it forces your elbow to be in, and it's a boom, okay? Especially on that strike and get back to balance technique. And you protect your thumb because your thumb isn't the first one hitting. It's like the meat of your hand. You feel me? So the meat of your hand is bam. It's straight, it's bam, quick, right? If your hand is like this, if your elbows are out, naturally right here. You see what I'm saying? And you see my young fella in the last video I posted when I was getting his eyes right. I was getting his feet right, getting his mind right. And then at the very end, his striking, he's like reaching, he's lunging, kind of, and his hands are right here. So the first thing, that's so you can break your fingers because you're going to be doing a lot of striking. I have a lot of jammed fingers. I have a broken pinky that really never went back to normal size because I'm learning this stuff. But I learned it so you don't have to learn by experience. You learn from my experience. So if you take anything from this, I'm going to show you something that we want to get your hands ready to shoot. They're young fellas, right? They're super young, so they're learning just like everybody else is, But even pro guys and college guys have to learn this stuff. If you take anything from this video, keep your elbows in. All right, not to the point where you're stiff, though. I'm not a guy to be like, hey, like coaching robots. Keep your elbows in, right? Especially when I strike and get back to balance. And And that will force your thumbs to be up, okay? Because if you try to do it right now, keep your elbows in and go right here, it just doesn't feel right. All right, so your thumb's gonna be up, elbows are in, and watch how firm that striking back to balance strike will be. All right, and then obviously you get back to balance, your feet will save you, okay? So you don't want to have your elbows in. Take a boxing class, fellas, so you can learn that stuff. Your elbows in, it's technique, man. Technique will save you, fellas, all right? All right, watch the rest of this video. You see something that you can do at home with a friend, get some boxing gloves and work on it. Or you could do it, like I said, right before I take a shower. Sometimes I used to boom, 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 boom. Get used to throwing these hands, man. That's what you do. You're a cornerback. You're a DB. You're a guy who guards somebody. Press man. Get used to throwing them. All right, peace.
Especially on my straight and get back to balance. Boom! And then, because the thing is, if you see my elbow, you just kind of, there's no strength. It takes longer. But elbows in right here. Boom! You know what I mean? All right. Tell me when you're ready.
I'm ready.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to warm up our arms. Because, look, you guys got to throw. You'd be surprised how many guys don't ever get hands on cats, and when they do get hands on cats, they're like this. So we're gonna warm up. So I am just gonna guard, you're gonna punch, and it's a good little cardio too. So you're just gonna punch, man, and just let those arms fly. Go fully, bah, bah, bah. All right, you ready? No, just right up here. Just come right, bam, bam, bam. Left foot up. All right, go. Come on, let them fly. All right, stop. Make sure you're breathing. Because look, impressed man, look, you're striking. It's a strike. It's a strike. Fully. Get used to. Sometimes I stand in the mirror. I'm literally right before I take a shower. Sometimes I'm right here. Just like that. Get used to doing it. One more. You ready? All right. Yep. Go. All right, stop. Good job. Where are you up? I asked him if he's been running. He's like, no. I ain't let him finish. You can pause it. All right, so you got long arms, right? You gotta get used to using them, all right? So all I'm gonna do them right here. You're just gonna throw them, okay? Right here. Yep. So you can keep your hands up here. Bah, 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 bah. Get used to it. Bah, bah, bah. All right, ready? All right, throw. All right, stop. So elbows in. So this is one of the things I was talking about, arms and hands when it comes to press. You like Ben was kind of out here, but you're really out here. So try to get your, because it's gonna help you right here. So when we do striking back to balance, bam, it's quicker. Boom, boom, and it's stronger, right? Instead of out here. So if I throw my hand and look, you run through it, see that? But if I hit you right here, my elbow in, you ain't going anywhere, right? Bam, you're gonna feel it. So elbows in. And try your best to keep them in. You ready? Go. Come on. Fully extend. Fully extend. Come on. Elbows coming out more. Keep those elbows in. Come on. All right. That's good.
All right, so you saw those two quick clips for the young guys. Here's the reason why we did that, right? It's a warm-up because we're about to start our practice, so I usually warm guys' eyes up, their feet up, and their hands, you know, in striking, right? And it's a learning lesson. Now, here's the thing. I highly recommend you guys, if you play DB, if you play DB, you need to learn how to fight. You need to learn how to throw these hands. And then the amount of trash that I talk and we talk, okay? You got to be confident to be able to protect yourself in the locker room if a guy's tries you, all right? And I'm not saying don't start any fights, but look, we talk trash. We talk that mess on the field, man. And sometimes you can use that from a psychological standpoint, even for yourself, to hype yourself up. It's like that first hit in the game. It's okay to talk trash, you know? You can be a nice guy off the field, but sometimes the receiver may be upset. All right? He may be upset how you mushed his face into the ground after the play, okay? You know, we have great sportsmanship, don't get me wrong, but we talk. That's what we name one great DB that don't talk trash. All of them do. Even Dale Green has done amazing. He's a great family man, has done amazing things for the community. He's a stand-up guy, stand-up citizen. That Joker talk trash, bro. Dale Green played for the Skins back in the day. He's probably arguably the fastest guy ever, cornerback at least, in the league. All the guys do. Dean Prime, all of them. All right, so this is who we are. So you need to know how to fight. You need to know how to throw them hands and protect yourself, self-defense at least. And then it does a little bit for your confidence, all right? So find your local guy, learn how to box, learn how to throw your hands, man. Learn how to Muay Thai, MMA, whatever it is. Learn how to fight, okay? And then it will help you in your press, man, when you strike, okay? Make sure you guys hit me up at cornerbackpro@gmail.com. Ask for the 101s Mastery Program, and stay tuned for the next video.